What is ethical hacking? Imagine this. It's 2:13 a.m. A multinational company's security operations center is silent, until suddenly, every monitor flashes red. Unauthorized access detected. A hacker is inside their network, moving fast, bypassing firewalls, escalating privileges, and reaching the company's crown jewels: customer data, financial records, and internal systems. But here's the twist. This hacker isn't a criminal. He isn't stealing anything. He isn't destroying anything. He isn't demanding ransom. He's doing something far more valuable. He's testing the company's defenses before a real attacker does. This is ethical hacking, the art of breaking into systems legally, safely, and professionally to protect them. And today, in Module 6 of our Cybersecurity Mastery series, you're going to understand ethical hacking like never before. Welcome to Knowitrix. Ethical hacking is the practice of legally breaking into computers, networks, applications, and digital systems to find vulnerabilities before malicious hackers exploit them. Think of it like hiring someone to break into your house, not to steal your belongings, but to show you exactly how a real thief would get in. If a thief can climb through your window, an ethical hacker will show you the window. If a thief can pick your lock, an ethical hacker will demonstrate the technique. If a thief can bypass your alarm system, an ethical hacker will replicate the attack step by step. The goal is simple: find weaknesses, fix weaknesses, strengthen the system. Ethical hacking is not about causing damage, it's about preventing it. Cybercrime is no longer a teenager in a hoodie typing in a dark room. It's a global billion-dollar industry with organized crime groups, state-sponsored attackers, ransomware gangs, insider threats, hacktivists, automated AI-powered attack tools. Every company, from small startups to global giants, is under attack. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most companies don't know they're vulnerable until it's too late. They think our firewall is strong, our antivirus is updated, our IT team is good. But attackers don't care about your confidence. They care about your weaknesses. Ethical hackers exist because companies need someone who thinks like an attacker but acts like a protector. Ethical hacking is not just a skill set, it's a mindset. To understand this mindset, imagine 3 roles. 1. The detective. An ethical hacker investigates systems like a detective investigates crime scenes. They look for clues, patterns, anomalies, and hidden entry points. The magician. They perform tricks that seem impossible, bypassing authentication, escalating privileges, and manipulating systems in ways normal users never could. 3. The engineer. They understand how systems are built, how they break, and how to fix them. This combination, curiosity, creativity, and technical depth, is what makes ethical hacking powerful. Section 4. Real-world case study: how ethical hacking saved a company. Let's look at a real scenario, based on true events. A financial company hired an ethical hacker to test their internal systems. The hacker discovered something shocking. A junior employee had reused the same password across multiple platforms. That password was leaked in a previous data breach. Using that single password, the ethical hacker gained access to email, internal dashboards, customer records, financial transaction systems. If a real attacker had found this, the company would have lost millions. The ethical hacker documented everything, reported it responsibly, and helped the company fix the issue. This is the value of ethical hacking. One vulnerability discovered ethically can prevent a disaster discovered maliciously. Section 5. Types of ethical hackers: white, gray, red teams. Ethical hackers come in different categories, each with a unique purpose. White hat hackers. These are the good guys, professionals who hack legally with permission. Gray hat hackers. They hack without permission, but without malicious intent. They often report vulnerabilities, but still break the law. Red team hackers. These are elite ethical hackers who simulate real-world attacks against companies. They use the same tools, techniques, and strategies as real attackers. A red team engagement is like a full-scale cyber war simulation. Section 6. The ethical hacking process. Explained step by step. Ethical hacking follows a structured methodology. The most widely used framework is the 5-phase ethical hacking lifecycle. Let's break it down with real-world analogies. Phase 1. Reconnaissance, information gathering. This is where the hacker becomes a detective. They gather information about the target. What systems do they use? What software versions are running? What ports are open? What employees can be targeted? What data is publicly available? Analogy: before robbing a bank, a thief studies the building, guards, cameras, and routines. Ethical hackers do the same, but legally. Tools used: Nmap, Shodan, Meltego, OSINT framework, Google Dorking. Phase 2. Scanning, finding weak points. Now the hacker becomes an engineer. They scan systems to identify vulnerabilities, outdated software, misconfigured servers, weak passwords, open ports, unpatched systems. Tools used: Nessus, OpenVAS, Nikto, Burp Suite. Analogy: if reconnaissance is studying the bank, scanning is checking which windows are unlocked. Phase 3. Gaining access. Exploitation. This is where the hacker becomes a magician. They use vulnerabilities to break into the system: SQL injection, cross-site scripting, password cracking, exploiting misconfigurations, and privilege escalation. Tools used include Metasploit, SQLmap, HYDRA, and John the Ripper. Analogy: this is the moment the thief picks the lock and enters the building. Phase 4. Maintaining access, persistence. Once inside, the hacker ensures they can return. They install backdoors, reverse shells, and persistent scripts to access the system in the future. Analogy: a thief hides a spare key under the carpet so they can come back anytime. Ethical hackers do this only to demonstrate risk, not to cause harm. Phase 5. Covering tracks, stealth. Ethical hackers show how attackers hide their presence, clearing logs, deleting traces, and masking IP addresses. Analogy: a thief wipes fingerprints to avoid detection. Ethical hackers demonstrate this to help companies detect real attackers. Section 7. Tools every ethical hacker must know. Ethical hacking is tool-heavy. Here are the most important categories, explained in detail. 1. Information gathering tools. These tools help hackers understand the target environment. Nmap for network scanning, Shodan for discovering exposed devices, Meltego for mapping relationships, reconnaissance for OSINT automation. These tools reveal the digital footprint of a company. 2. Vulnerability scanners. These tools identify weaknesses. Nessus, OpenVAS, and Qualys generate detailed reports that help companies prioritize fixes. 3. Exploitation frameworks. These tools help hackers break into systems. Metasploit, BEF, Canvas. They automate complex attacks. 4. Password cracking tools. Used to test password strength. John the Ripper, Hashcat, and HYDRA. Weak passwords are still the #1 cause of breaches. 5. Web application testing tools. Web apps are the most attacked systems. Burp Suite, OWASP Zap, and SQLmap help find vulnerabilities like SQL injection and XSS. Section 8. Frameworks ethical hackers must follow. Ethical hacking is not random. It follows structured frameworks. OWASP Top 10, the global standard for web application security. It lists the 10 most critical web vulnerabilities. 2. NIST Cybersecurity Framework, a structured approach to identify, protect, detect, respond, recover. 3. MITRE Attack Framework, a detailed matrix of attacker behaviors. ethical hackers use it to simulate real-world attacks. 4. PTES, Penetration Testing Execution Standard, a complete methodology for conducting penetration tests. Section 9. Common mistakes beginners make. Ethical hacking is powerful, but beginners often make dangerous mistakes. Mistake 1. Hacking without permission. This is illegal. Ethical hacking must always be authorized. Mistake 2. Relying only on tools. Tools don't make you a hacker. Understanding systems does. Mistake 3. Not documenting findings. A penetration test is useless if the company cannot fix the issues. Mistake 4. Ignoring legal boundaries. Ethical hacking requires strict adherence to key legal steps, NDAs, scope definition, rules of engagement, and, most importantly, written permission. Ignoring these can result in serious legal consequences for both the ethical hacker and the organization involved. Section 10. Actionable steps to become an ethical hacker. Here's a clear roadmap for anyone aspiring to become an ethical hacker, guiding you from foundational concepts to hands-on practice and professional certification. Step 1. Learn the fundamentals. Understand networking, operating systems, Linux and Windows internals, and web technologies. A foundational grasp of how these systems work is crucial to understanding how attacks and defenses operate in the digital world. Step 2. Learn programming. Start with Python, Bash, and JavaScript. Programming knowledge helps automate attacks, create scripts, and deeply understand how vulnerabilities arise. It's essential for professional growth in ethical hacking. Step 3. Practice on legal platforms. Use reputable platforms like Hack the Box, TryHackMe, Portswigger Academy, and Over the Wire. These simulate real-world hacking environments safely and legally, letting you develop skills without any risk to real systems. Step 4. Get certified. Popular certifications include CEH, OSCP, EJPT, and PNPT. Certifications prove your expertise and commitment to ethical hacking, and they open doors to professional opportunities in cybersecurity. Step 5. Build a portfolio. Document your labs, write-ups, vulnerability reports, and personal projects. Companies hire ethical hackers who can demonstrate practical skills and results, not just certifications. Section 11. Why companies need ethical hackers. Ethical hackers help companies prevent data breaches, protect customer trust, comply with regulations, strengthen overall security posture, and reduce financial risk. A single vulnerability can cost a company millions. A single skilled ethical hacker can prevent such catastrophic incidents, saving both data and reputation. Section 12. Final cinematic summary. Ethical hacking is not about breaking systems, it's about protecting them. It is not about causing damage, but about preventing it. It's not being a criminal, but thinking like one so you can stop one. Ethical hackers are the digital world's protectors, the invisible shield standing between companies and chaos. With cybercrime rising every day, ethical hacking is not only a skill, but also a responsibility, a mission, and a calling. If you want to master cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and penetration testing, if you want to learn professional tools, frameworks, and real-world skills, if you want a career in one of the world's fastest-growing fields, subscribe to Knowitrix. This is where cybersecurity becomes simple and learning becomes exciting. This is where your journey begins. Subscribe now and turn on notifications to stay updated and never miss an opportunity to learn, grow, and secure your future in cybersecurity.